Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling a real giant of literature.
A big one.
Yeah, Leo Tolstoy's Anna Karenina. It's just one of those novels that keeps people talking, doesn't it? Even now.
Generations later, absolutely.
So our mission here is to kind of guide you through let's say the big ideas and maybe some surprising bits from the sources we looked at.
Right, specifically the excerpts from Anna Karenina. Love, society, and the human condition.
Exactly. We want to give you that, essential takeaway, the rundown, so you feel totally up to speed without maybe tackling all 800-plus pages again right now.
And it's such a compelling read. What those excerpts really get at is how Tolstoy isn't just, well, telling a story.
No, it's more.
He's really dissecting human relationships, morality, the whole social structure.
The things that hold us up or sometimes crush us.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And the amazing thing is how relevant it all still feels. It really does resonate today.
Okay, let's get into it then. And we should probably start with the man himself, right? Leo Tolstoy. Because you can't really separate the writer from the thinker, can you?
You really can't. Tolstoy's whole life was a kind of intense wrestle with huge philosophical, moral questions.
And that bleeds into the fiction.
Oh, completely. It's all woven in. He wasn't just like observing things. He was actively trying to figure out how to live a good life.
Within that world.
Within that world, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that deeply shaped his stories. His moral stance, it's not preachy, but it's right there in the characters' choices, their dilemmas, often dilemmas with no easy answer.
And Anna Karenina itself, it came out in parts, right, between 1875 and 1877.
That's right, serialized.
And it paints this incredibly detailed, sometimes pretty harsh picture of Russian society in the 19th century.
It really does.
It's not just scenery. The society itself feels like a character shaping everything.
Especially the morality, the relationships.
It's such a revealing look, particularly when you think about how much of that society was built on just appearances.
Absolutely. No, and Tolstoy just pulls that curtain right back. It's this huge canvas. But, at its heart, the story really orbits Anna Karenina.
Her affair with Count Vronsky.
Yes, her passionate but ultimately doomed love affair. The excerpts we read really focus on how her choices put her on this collision course with society's rules.
Rules that wouldn't bend.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It shows this chilling lack of real freedom, especially for women back then. Her passion isn't just presented as a personal flaw. It's like a direct challenge to the whole system.
A system designed to crush that kind of challenge, maybe?
I think so.
But what's so clever is that Tolstoy doesn't just give us Anna's tragedy. He puts it right alongside something very different.
Konstantin Levin's story.
Exactly. Levin's search for meaning. How does that work as a counterpoint?
Well, that's just crucial, isn't it? Levin's whole journey, his struggles with farming, faith, finding purpose out in the countryside.
Away from the city, away from Anna's world.
Right. It's a very deliberate contrast to her urban tragedy. He's exploring these other paths to maybe finding fulfillment.
So Tolstoy's asking this big question.
Yeah, like, can you find real meaning outside of that rigid, often pretty hypocritical high society? Is happiness in rebelling like Anna? Or is it somewhere more grounded, more traditional, perhaps?
So the main players, obviously Anna Vronsky and her husband Alexei Karenin. But then we also have Konstantin Levin and Kitty Shtcherbatskaya.
Yeah.
And others too.
Others, yeah.
What's interesting is they aren't just names on a page. They each seem to represent something.
Right.
Different parts of society or different ways of being human.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Like Anna and Vronsky, they embody that disruptive passion. Karenin is all duty, reputation, almost like a walking bureaucracy.
Wow.
Very. And then Levin, he's got this almost philosophical yearning for something real, something authentic.
And Kitty.
Kitty sort of navigates the social rules but finds her own way to fulfillment, in contrast to Anna. Tolstoy weaves them all together. Each journey kind of reflects on or challenges the others. It gives you this incredibly full picture of the time.
And all these lives bumping up against each other, these moral questions, it leads us straight into the big themes, the core of the novel.
Definitely.
What really stands out, especially for someone listening who might know the basic story?
Well, the excerpts really hammer home the power of love and betrayal, obviously.
Which isn't just romantic.
No, it's societal, too.
Yeah.
But what really jumps out is the social hypocrisy. It's just everywhere.
How so?
Well, think about it. You have men like Anna's brother, Stiva Oblonsky, who can have affairs almost casually with very few consequences, right?
Right. It's almost expected or at least tolerated.
Exactly. But Anna, for pursuing what seems like genuine love outside her marriage, she faces complete social annihilation. It's this brutal double standard. That feels like the novel's quiet villain, in a way.
It sounds like everyone's constantly performing, keeping up appearances, maybe a bit like today's social media world.
Just with fancier clothes and maybe fewer selfies. Yes, that's a good way to put it.
Haha.
And beyond that hypocrisy, the book dives so deep into family life.
The good and the bad.
The joys, the burdens, the complete dysfunctions. And you see morality changing, not as some theory, but as a real struggle for the characters day to day.
And the gender roles.
Oh, incredibly rigid. For 19th century Russia, they weren't just social rules, they were like a psychological cage, especially for women like Anna. That conflict between what she wants inside and what society demands outside is just devastating.
And it all seems to feed into that bigger universal search people have.
For purpose, yeah. For meaning in life. What's it all for?
Tolstoy's way of writing is also so distinctive. His style, his use of symbols, that train, for example.
The train?
It's not just a way to get around. It keeps showing up, and it feels so heavy with meaning.
It really does. And another powerful thing is his realism. But it's not just about describing furniture accurately,
It's deeper than that.
Much deeper. It's about getting right inside the characters' heads, their psychological landscape. Like with Anna, he captures her thoughts swinging back and forth, moments of clarity, then these desperate justifications.
You feel trapped with her.
You really do. You feel that suffocating pressure building inside her. It makes her fate feel so tragically inevitable, not just like some, melodrama.
And the train ties into that.
Absolutely. It becomes this symbol of fate, maybe, or the unstoppable force of modernity rolling over everything, that feeling of being carried towards something you just can't escape.
So after going through all this, the characters, the themes, Tolstoy's world, the big question is, why does this story, written so long ago, still hit so hard?
Yeah.
What does it all mean for you listening today?
Well, I think it's those timeless insights, really. The nature of love, how society pressures us, the sheer complexity of being human. That hasn't changed, has it?
Not fundamentally, no.
You could look at Anna's struggles that clash between what she desires and what society, or maybe even just her circumstances, will allow and see echoes everywhere in our own lives.
In careers, relationships, online even.
Absolutely. That push and pull is constant.
Yeah.
Tolstoy just had this genius for revealing those universal human truths, even through the very specific lens of his time and place.
Anna Karenina really is just this incredible deep dive into what it means to be human. Its power hasn't faded at all.
Not one bit. And maybe a final thought for you to take away. As you think about this classic novel, consider how our own desires still clash with social norms today. Or maybe think about your own personal trains, those forces or paths in your life that feel kind of inevitable, whether you chose them or not. Where do you think they might be taking you?